Welcome and thank you for tuning in to I Am Unapologetically Me info session. Think about it. If you could be any age today, what age would you be? If I had a choice, I think I would choose to be 45 years, 4 months, 2 weeks, and 6 days old. It took me that long to get to where I am today. Unapologetically me. So, who am I? I am a wife of 24 years. This is my amazing husband, Chad. I am also a mother and grandmother. There in the center is the joy of our life right now, our grandson, and of course, our amazing sons to the left. Bottom right here are my sisters. This is my support group. These are my sister girls. These are the young ladies that I go to when I need anything. To the left of me are my biological sisters, and to the right are my very, very best friends. And then there's the corporate side of Shauna. I have worked in call center operations in learning and development for over 20 years. During these past 2 decades, I have developed a heart for people and coaching. I have led hundreds of women and a few men through coaching and mentoring that have changed many lives. And as a result, I created this woman forum really called I Am Unapologetically Me, which simply focuses on women empowering and developing themselves to become their true unapologetic self. Now, let's be honest, that was the nice version of who I am. I really want to explain who I was, where I started. I struggled for several years with low self esteem. I was worried and obsessed on how I looked. I struggled with my weight ever since elementary school. Born and raised in Charleston, I would wear two pair of pants to school in 110-degree weather trying to look bigger. I struggled for years about how I looked. And that morphed into something bigger called debt. At some point of my life, I had 16 credit cards. I had amounted over 6 figures worth of credit card debt, really trying to live and look the part that society said I should look like, right? So I spent a lot of money, a lot of time just focusing on what I looked like and running up my credit cards. And my marriage, yeah, I said I was married for 24 years. It hasn't always been perfect. Every year, every day wasn't great. You know, there was days that I did not like my husband, and if I'm honest, I'm probably sure there's some days that he didn't like me either. So we had some problems within our marriage as well. And then those two young men I showed you earlier, they started off as just these two cute little young boys, and then they became teenagers and young adults, and they absolutely sent me to my knees in prayer. They had some troubled times, and here I was trying to be a helicopter mom and go in and save them from some of the poor decisions that they made. And I struggled as a result of that. I actually really started my journey into depression. And then corporate ladder. Yeah, so I'm a senior manager today. However, it was not easy actually climbing the corporate ladder. Often I was told no, from every excuse that you can think of, from the fact that at the time I had long blonde dreads to I just didn't meet the qualifications. Lots of excuses, but it was my struggle. But I realized it was really all part of the plan. My go to scripture was Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plan to prosper you and not to harm you. Plan to give you a hope and a future. And He has done just that. But it was a journey. Um, Absolutely wasn't a journey that allowed me to get to who I am today. So today I am an inspirational speaker. I have led several different workshops. I love to go and speak to people and really talk to them about my journey and how God used my past to help me become who I am today. As a result, I wrote a book, didn't even realize it, but as life was happening, I was an avid journaler. I wrote down everything, all my thoughts and feelings, and God allowed me to produce a book as a result of how I really utilized those life lessons, how He was teaching me in the process to become who I am today. And again, like I said, those young boys, they brought me to my knees and ultimately further my relationship with Christ. And I became an ordained minister. And then I just learned to really love me, perfect exactly how I am. God made me perfect in His image. And I really learned to balance everything that was going on in my life and become healthy and really focus on just loving Shauna for who she is. And last but definitely not least, that 16 credit cards, that 6 figures worth of credit card debt, I paid it all off. Today, I can say that I have no credit card debt. And I have entered the journey of becoming an entrepreneur. That was always my life dream, to be my own boss. And I am able to do that today as a life coach as well. So, what makes me qualify? Life. Life has made me qualify because God has given me a testimony that really have laid the foundation of this program of how I truly became unapologetically me. So, let's think, what is one thing that you would want to accomplish this year? Just one thing. Think about it for a moment. If I had to guess, I'm willing to bet many of you probably had goals associated with something above, whether it was financial, it was family, it was social, career, spiritual, mental, developmental, physical. It's probably something that's centered around one of these major areas. So let's talk about why the Academy. Every single part of this academy has been and always will be ordained by God. He has given me specific instructions on how to create this program. I absolutely understand why I had to go through so many things in life in my past. It was just really part of the process. It was, he allowed me to go through so many situations so that I can help you. I can actually come to uh, provide a testimony to others on how I did it. How did I become unapologetically myself? This academy is not just a workshop, it's an awakening, it's a life changing experience. It's an academy that specializes in you. We will work together to create goals that will impact all of the areas above. Sis, let's be honest, you are not alone. We will form a sister circle that I showed you earlier that is just surrounded with love and support. We can become each other's advocates. We can be each other's partners in helping us get through this process and journey. Sometimes it's not easy, but you don't have to be alone. Well, Shauna, how long is this program? Okay, the program is 10 weeks. We will begin with a focus on you, who you really are. We will dig into your personality, your past, and then we will just transition into purpose. That thing that you're most passionate about. People hear the word purpose and they get all panically, oh, I don't know my purpose. I don't know my purpose. Yes, you do. It's inside of you, and we will work together and figure it out. Your purpose is simply that thing that you're passionate about. We will do a few different assessments that will help you to understand who you are and more so who's in your circle. That's important as you're going through this journey, that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people. This academy is work. It's highly interactive and engaging and occasionally you might even have some homework to do. But we absolutely will touch on several areas during the academy. We'll talk about the importance of mental and self-care. We'll talk about the importance of being healthy and getting physical, not focusing on weight gain or loss, but really just how do you become more healthy. We'll talk about financial aspects, not just about becoming debt free, but what happens when you have that financial freedom? What's next? We'll talk about our spiritual relationships with God. We will set goals. We will talk about career development and branding. And there's just so much more that will be included in this 10 weeks. But last but not least, the very last session is an individual meeting. And it's important because this program is all about you. So we would have touched on several different areas. In the last session, you will have a one-on-one individual session with me, where we get to explore any topic or any area of your life that you want to explore. Remember, the purpose is to help you exceed or meet specific goals on helping you to become your truly unapologetic self. So close your eyes for a moment. I want you to imagine that you have achieved your goal. Imagine you are that version of yourself that you have dreamed of becoming. What can you see? What can you hear? How do you feel? Who are you? You are confident. You are free. You are healthy. You are motivated. You are driven. You are debt free. You are a homeowner. You are your own boss. You are living your best life. You are your unapologetic self. You are ready to become unapologetically you. Now, take these feelings and put them on hold. Tonight, I want you to pray. Ask God, is this right for you? It's not a coincidence that you're here watching this video. It's time for you to see yourself as God sees you. The image you created for yourself, that was the first step. He planted these thoughts in you before you were even born. And now it's time we work together to take the next step and find yourself at the image that truly represents you. I know you are asking the next question, what is the cost? The question I would ask is, what are you worth? What cost would you pay to become your true unapologetic self? We can spend hundreds of dollars on our hair and our nails and purses and making sure we have the flyest shoes. But what would you spend to say that you are becoming your true unapologetic self? Let's do the math. If you're on this Zoom right now, and we talked about this different areas where we're going to focus on. If you were to see focus on the financial aspect as a financial advisor, you would go, if you were to go see a financial advisor, it would probably cost you about $199. We talked about family, a family counselor. I went, I saw one, she cost me $60 a session. As I was on my career journey, I needed to get some career counseling. I needed to get my resume updated and up to par. It was $150. I talked about being depressed and needing to see a therapist, my amazing therapist, my life-saving therapist. It was $60 a session. An average gym membership, I want to estimate, costs about $99. If we were to go out and take some type of career development course to help get some skill that you wanted, average cost of just a couple hours session would be $250. Again, as a life coach and going to see life coach, the average in the area is about $150. And then sometimes we got to focus on the social aspect, right? We want to go out and hang with our girlfriends, maybe once or twice a month, go out to dinner, go out and see a movie before COVID. On average, $75. Um, I have spiritual there. I'm not gonna put a cost for the spiritual, but there are women's retreats and events that we have that on average it was about $200, but I'm not even going to factor that into our math equation today. We're going to just keep it simple. We're going to say God is free. We have access to him with no cost. He's already paid the cost at the cross for us. This total would be $1,043. Wow, that's a lot, right? But what cost are you really willing to pay for yourself? What are you worth? The cost of the session is not $1,043. The cost of the session is $495. As a life coach, my job is to help you fill in the gaps in your plans, help you clarify the path from where you are to where you want to be. It's a partnership, it's a circle. We are going to be your advocates and your accountability partner. We're going to form relationships to help just pull out everything that's already inside of you. And at the end of the experience, like I said, you'll have a customized action plan on how you will become your true unapologetic self. Again, as I said, this session probably isn't for everybody. It's for the person that God has been talking to, telling you it's time for more, it's time for change, it's time for you to let go of the past and step into the future. And the time is now. Tonight, I just pray, ask God if this is for you, you'll know. And if he says yes, go to my website at www.shaunawilsonanderson.com and register. Register for the session. Seats are limited. We're filling up fast, but if it's meant to be, your spot will be there waiting for you. And now it's time for questions. If you have any questions about I Am Unapologetic Me Academy, reach out to me. Email me at info@shaunawilsonanderson.com, or you can reach out to me at my website. Thank you for your time today. If this sparked anything in you, I can't wait to hear from you. Like it, share it, forward it to your friends. It's not always just about you, it's about your circle. Bring your girlfriend, sign up together. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Bye.